The Burr Trail is a 66-mile route that connects Boulder, Utah with the Highway 276 near the Bullfrog Marina next to Lake Powell. This trail has been described as one of the most controversial and scenic roads in America. It cuts right through the Capitol Reef National Park, which is exactly where the pavement turns to dirt. Back in 1882, this trail was used for livestock. Josephine Wood describes in her journal that it's the most godforsaken and wild-looking country that she has ever traveled on. The landscapes in southern Utah and northern Arizona are some of the most uniquely striking areas in the world, characterized by everything from their red rock gorges to their sandstone slot canyons. This area of the country is the epitome of the Wild West. The horizon is littered with its red rock spires and plateaus, and the beautiful red rock arches that are synonymous with Utah. The controversy behind the Burr Trail stems from the local counties wanting to use the trail for commercial interests to stimulate the economies in the local surrounding towns. However, heavy resistance has come from conservationists that are doing everything in their power to preserve the wild nature of this road and sabotage the development of this road connecting two communities. As a result, the trail's surface is a bit of a mixed bag. You have everything from poorly maintained narrow asphalt roads to just a dirt trail that has the random summer washes moving through it. At the end of the day, it's the perfect trail for the Harley-Davidson Pan America.
Out of here on another adventure. This time we're taking the Pan Americas, headed up to southern Utah. We're gonna hit the Burr Trail, going to Monument Valley. We got a lot of guys coming as well. We got Nick here on his Pan America.
I'm ready.
We're gonna be camping one day. So tonight we're headed into St. George, and then we're gonna wake up and hit the Burr Trail, and then we're gonna be camping in Gooseneck State Park on Sunday night. We got Mickey on a Pan America as well. EagleRider hooked it up big time.
You gone on a long ride on a Pan America before, Mickey?
I have not, dude. I haven't ridden a dirt bike since I was a little boy, like prepubescent. So I'm pretty excited, and I want to see if my body can handle this. But I'm really excited. I've been riding the bike. I picked it up yesterday morning, got to ride it from Hawthorne out to work, and then home last night, packed it up. So I'm excited. I even went out for lunch today just because I wanted to ride it. So let's go.
Steve picked the bike up from EagleRider as well. He's got all kinds of hot bikes that you guys have seen on the channel, but he doesn't have an adventure touring bike. We're gonna be doing some dirt and stuff.
I got a JS 1250.
Okay, well,
lowered,
bro?
it's lowered for me because I'm not the tallest dude.
So we're gonna be doing a little bit of a shootout on this video. So a comparative analysis of the different adventure bikes and everything.
With everything that comes my way. KTM, I saw Jamie somewhere around here. Anything that gets next to me on the road, it's on.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, we got a KTM as well. Jamie's on the KTM, so yeah, we definitely got a shootout type scenario going on here with multiple different bikes. Anybody who says this channel is all about just Harley-Davidson is wrong. We ride everything here, so yeah, we got a little bit of everything on this trip.
Since 4 out of the 5 riders that are going on this trip with us all work together here at Laidlaw's Harley-Davidson, we wanted to maximize our weekends, and so we took off right after work on Saturday night, and we rode the 370 miles into St. George, Utah. We wanted to tee up the next day perfectly so we could maximize our Sunday and make the most of what would really be the core day of the trip. And to be honest, it's never my first choice to leave on a 370-mile voyage at 6 o'clock at night, but sometimes sacrifices must be made for the greater good.
So we're here in Las Vegas. Pushed all the way from Barstow to Vegas on one tank of fuel. And we're here at the taco stand. We ate here when we did the North Rim video, I believe. My buddy had us meet here when we went to North Rim. We really liked it a lot. So we're stopping here at taco stand again, here off Spring Mountain Road. And hopefully there's a gas station nearby because we're all running on fumes right now. Starting off the day here in St. George, Utah. With the time change, it was about 2 o'clock when we got here last night. So not a ton of sleep last night, but yeah, feeling okay this morning. So we got 5 bikes this morning. We got 3 Pan Americas, 1 KTM, 1 BMW. Yeah, we all didn't have adventure touring bikes in the crew. So yeah, I went to EagleRider. EagleRider hooked it up with some bikes, a Pan America and a BMW. And today we're gonna go up and we're gonna go into Boulder, Utah. And then from Boulder, Utah, we're gonna head east and pick up the Burr Trail. And then take the Burr Trail, do the Burr Trail switchbacks. And we're gonna go into Valley of the Gods. That's, you know, not technical hard stuff from what I understand, but it is dirt roads. And so, you know, we definitely didn't want to take the regular baggers out there. But the weather should be really nice as well. I think the forecast shows like 75 degrees. We are camping tonight. We're camping in a spot called Gooseneck State Park. And so everyone's got their tents and sleeping bags and everything. And we're gonna be making a little fire and cooking some food by the fire as well. So hopefully that all turns out right. And then day 3, we're gonna go down through Monument Valley, and it's going to be probably about a 650 mile day. Today we've got probably about 400, a little over 400 miles, but some of that is off-road. So yeah, looking forward to the day. I've heard this trail and the southern Utah area is just so beautiful. So yeah, looking forward to it. Nick, how are we feeling this morning?
A little tired, you know. We got in pretty late, and then I didn't go to bed till probably 2:33ish because of how late we got in. We lost an hour. Now it's 8:15 in the morning, so it's perfect. I'm ready to ride. You know?
Nick rocking the soft bags. For this, Mickey?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. We rode, what, 7 hours? And then slept for about 3. I'm tired, but I'm ready to roll. I love this bike. Let's get back on the bikes, man. Let's go.
Steve all loaded out. How we feeling? Harley-Davidson GS?
Yeah. Still gonna represent for Harley, you know, pays the bills.
So, yeah, let's get going, man. We got a long day ahead of us. Trail, here we go. So for the first leg of the trip, we'll be leaving St. George, Utah, jumping on the I-15 and taking the 15 up all the way north past Cedar City. Then as you pass Cedar City, we take this all the way up to the 20 here, and then making a right and heading east down this 20. Really nice road, by the way. And then that picks up on the 89, taking the 89 south into Panguitch. And from Panguitch, taking this 12. This 12 is one of the best, nicest roads in southern Utah that you can take. And then take that through Escalante, which is another beautiful road.
And this 12, once you start hitting this, like this isn't like, you know, throwaway stuff as you get to your final destination. Like this is really good riding all the way through this 12 and then all the way into Boulder right here. This stretch of highway is absolutely breathtaking right here. And then once we got into Boulder, we'd stop off here at the Burr Trail Grill, which was a really cool little spot as well. You can tell that they've spent money here and they've got good trained staff and the food is really good. So I definitely recommend this Burr Trail Grill to anybody coming through this area. So this first leg before we actually hit the official Burr Trail was a little over 200 miles, about 212 miles, and then we'd be starting the actual Burr Trail road.
Alright, so we shot east from the 15. Now we're headed into like Panguitch area and we're gonna take it down through like Bryce. We're not gonna go into Bryce Canyon, but we're gonna go through like the entrance basically. And then we're gonna head into Boulder, and then in Boulder we're gonna grab something to eat, and then from Boulder we make our way east onto the Burr Trail. So the weather's looking perfect right now. It's like 70 degrees, sun's out, no rain for once. So pretty excited about that. Got a little backrest here?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I kind of, for my preference, I would like the taller risers, but this is a rental, so beggars can't be choosers. But when I get one of these, I'm gonna do tall risers, and this will be comfy.
That peak's actually got a fair number of cuts in it, and it's not that tall. Like this one, I ordered a short peak, but like the standard peak is like way out there. And no holes. Yeah. Just like.
As we were coming south on the 89, we took a left and started heading east on Highway 12. This road, like I said, is a destination in and of itself. You travel through a couple little small towns and then go past the entrance of Bryce National Park. Then you drop into a little town called Tropic in Cannonville. And then after that, going into Escalante, and then from Escalante to Boulder, you have this major Big Thunder Mountain Railroad vibe where you have all the red rock formations that I think were formed with a combination of sandstone and water over the years, but it's something that's reminiscent of a Wile E. Coyote cartoon. And then as you get closer into Boulder, you jump up on these splines and you have like these major valleys on both sides of you. And I've never ridden this far east on Highway 12 before, so it was kind of an unexpected surprise for me. But this is one of those areas that I'll definitely be coming back to in the future that I could definitely spend a lot more time exploring.
So we're at the view of the head of the rock, and we're dropping down into Boulder right now. And coming out of Escalante, you drop down, you hit this awesome switchback road that drops you down into a little bit more of like the valley where Boulder is. But I can see the highway down below us, which I'm sure we're gonna hit here in just a minute. Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful out here. We're like 15 miles away from Boulder.
Is that our next stop?
Yeah, I just kind of saw this and just thought, oh, stop for a second, check it out. We're like 10 miles away from Boulder. This relatively short section of road is called the Hogback, but what it lacks in length is definitely made up for by the incredible vistas on both sides of you. You have the Calf Creek on one side, and you have the Boulder Creek on the other side. It's one of those situations where you don't really know where to look, because everywhere you look is amazing. They have a little pull-out called the Calf Creek Viewpoint, which I would definitely recommend stopping for a minute and taking in the views. Stopped off here at the Burr Trail Grill, and this is like right at the beginning of the Burr Trail. Some of these roads you never even hear about, they don't get the credit they deserve, but that 12 all the way, basically from the 15 freeway all the way into Boulder is absolutely amazing. You go through Bryce, you go through all those red rock archways over the roadway, and I haven't been this far on the 12. I've never been to Boulder before, and the road in here is absolutely spectacular. So we're gonna check out the Burr Trail Cafe here and see how the food is. I hear it's really good as well. Burr Trail Grill, dude, for the win right there. Good stuff. Highly recommended. The Burr Trail starts off as a low-maintenance, narrow asphalt road leading east out of Boulder. There's very little two-way traffic, which is good because, like I said, the road is very narrow, which for me, it makes it even more logical to bring a motorcycle on this trail. After not too long, the trail leads you right into the Red Rock Gulches, which is exactly the reason we came here. The first stop off would be Singing Canyon, which is a slot canyon not too far off the trail. We stopped off at the Singing Canyon. This is like a slot canyon that you can go back into. We're gonna check it out real quick. We're kind of burning daylight here. We don't wanna get into our campsite after dark. So we're kind of moving things along here. Definitely worth the stop. This is rad. Dude, the Southern Utah slot canyons are just something that's just so cool. Feels like an episode out of Star Wars or something like that. We are officially here in the Singing Canyon. Definitely worth the stop. It's like a little pull off on the side of the road. Oh, my voice is echoing. Hello. Yeah, this is very cool. Yeah, and the ride in here so far on the Burr Trail, we haven't hit any dirt yet, but it's just like all that red rock stuff that Southern Utah is known for is just like right next to you. You're riding like right through it. So yeah, this is a very cool area to ride. That's so cool. How'd it turn out, Nick?
Pretty good, I think. Everyone's got their eyes open.
Dude. Yeah, that's awesome.
And we're in focus. It's about as much as you can ask for.
That was definitely worth the stop. That was fun. That was cool. One of those unique to Utah experiences, the slot canyons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Colorado?
Colorado, I believe. Antelope Canyon in Colorado.
Oh, I thought Antelope Canyon was in Utah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think Antelope Canyon's in Utah.
The deeper you get into the Burr Trail, the more the trail fades away. As soon as you see the sign where you're crossing over into the Capitol Reef Park, that's when what's left of the asphalt disappears and you start to hit the dirt. The off-road section of the Burr Trail lasts about 65 miles and is graded pretty good. If I had to rate the difficulty of this on a scale between 1 and 10, 10 being the very hardest, I'd probably only give this about a 3 or a 4. So it doesn't really require a ton of skill to navigate this off-road section. But the scenery, on the other hand, I would rate that at about an 8 or a 9.
You good, Nick? Yeah, I'm good. I ended up over here because when we went through the sand, I was scared to grab too much brake running behind you, so I went over here. And then I was trying to go up this way and just went.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, Jamie.
You gonna go through there? You back here. You go through there.
Alright, just completed one of the highlights of the trip, the Burr Trail switchbacks. That was absolutely epic, man. Just sheer cliffside switchbacks coming down. Very quick drop in elevation. Got some awesome drone footage. Yeah, that was everything that I hoped it would be. That was awesome.
So this is our route that we took after lunch all the way until we set up camp that night. So we left Boulder, Utah, where we had lunch. We headed east on the Burr Trail, and our first stop was the Singing Canyon, where we did that slot canyon right there. This road is amazing, and this takes you all the way through east through southern Utah, and then we ended up at the Burr Trail switchbacks right here. After heading down the switchbacks, we continued to head east, and we didn't go all the way into the Marina. We basically hung a left here and we went up to 276. There's a gas station right here. We stopped off and grabbed some gas. Then we headed north on this 276 here. This is definitely all paved. The 276 is a pretty big thoroughfare for people that are going to Lake Powell, launching boats and stuff like that. There's a bunch of boat storage areas around here. A lot of the recreation and the reason people come down this way is for Lake Powell. And then we continue to head up to 276. Took that all the way up to this 95 right here. Took a right, headed east along this 95. Really cool road, by the way. This is a lot of fun. Went over a bridge right here over one of the fingers that comes off of Lake Powell. Another bridge right here. Dropped down on this 95. Great road. Took this 95 all the way down. So kept going down on this 95. We passed over this turnout where you could go to see the Natural Bridges National Monument. And I would like to go hit that up. If we had a little bit more time, I would have done it, but we were kind of pressed for time. We were trying to beat the sun from going down. And we took this 261 south. And the 261 south, you continue to follow that. It's really paved and really nice. And then all of a sudden you hit the Moki Dugway, where it turns to dirt, and it's definitely one of the highlights of the trip. That Moki Dugway is a really cool little spot. And then we came down here to the 261, and we had plans to hit up the Valley of the Gods right here and do this loop. This is all like off-road dirt, and go around here and then pick up this 176 and loop back around. We did not do this Valley of the Gods. I wish we had more time, but we had to skip it just due to it getting dark. And so we just took this 261, skipped the Valley of Gods, and then we rode into this Gooseneck State Park, and this is where we stayed the night.
just ended, I think, the Burr Trail. We're now next to kind of like Bullfrog Marina, where people launch boats to go into Lake Powell, and we're at a gas station right now with a bunch of houseboats in the background. That section of the Burr Trail was maybe one of the most scenic roads I've ever ridden in my life. Like, that was awesome. Definitely the best ADV experience I've ever been on. That was a lot of fun. I mean, there wasn't a ton of off-road stuff, but you know, we're super loaded down and we don't want super technical stuff anyways. But yeah, I mean, just a bunch of ridges we went up on, tons of the red rock hills, tons of the plateau landscapes. I mean, and just like different variations of all of that stuff. So like, I highly recommend the Burr Trail. Like, this is a lot of fun. And right now it's in like the low 80s right now, so it's a little bit warm, but overall, all things considered, like the weather's been really, really good. So we're gonna head over to the Moki Dugway, go down that, and then head into Gooseneck State Park for the night and set up camp. Dude, Jamie found the only shaded spot.
Yeah, it's so nice and cool in here. This is good. Let me know when we're ready to go.
Jamie in the box.
Jamie in the box. So.
I love it.
Over the years, I've found the best way to augment the natural beauty of the ride is to throw in a few bridges here and there to spice things up a little bit. There is an alternative to taking the bridge to cross over Lake Powell, and that is taking a ferry, but we didn't really know what our timing was, and we decided not to mess with the schedule of the ferry, so we opted for the more sure route and just took the bridge.
down the Moki Dugway right now. Freaking rad road, gravel road, switchbacks down this mountain. Sunset, golden hour, let's go. We doing a photo or are we going?
I was gonna get some B-roll, just some 120 FPS, 4K.
Do it.
Just like bad things can happen unexpectedly on trips, good things can happen unexpectedly just as easily. The fact that we just coincidentally hit the Moki Dugway at sunset is one of those things that would be hard to plan for even if we tried. But sometimes timing works out in your favor, but going down the Moki Dugway in a fall afternoon was one of those rides that I'll never forget.
Digging, working the earth till we get our fill.
So we're here at the Gooseneck State Park right now, and we got here right as the sun was setting, and so we had enough light to like set up camp and everything. But this is basically like a canyon overlooking the Colorado River that like zigzags and weaves like a gooseneck, hence the name. And like the views are incredible. There's a couple other ADV riders out here as well on their bikes, some motorhomes out here as well, and we're about to start a campfire right now. It's like 70 degrees right now. Like we just timed this perfectly for the weather. I'm gonna cook some food here as well. Courtesy of Andrew.
That's the
Bell flask.
That's still
Some Irish whiskey?
That's still some of that 15 year you gave me.
Oh, really?
I had a little left.
Pretty excited, man.
Oh, I'm so pumped. Man, it's gonna be so good. Thanks, Andrew. You're the best.
Dude, Nikki and Nick cooking up the brats, the vegan brats.
Beyond brats.
Beyond brats.
I love Beyond stuff. It's really
Yeah,
good.
dude. Less risky than trying to transport pork, this far.
Yeah.
And no pigs were harmed in the making of this brat.
Win-win.
Yeah.
And Nikki's editing footage over here.
Yeah, behind the scenes, this is what Matt looks like when he's doing his little selfie blogs.
Toast and buns.
I had a dehydrated meal, or the packet of spaghetti. It's actually really good though. I'm happy.
Sounds similar to what I'm eating.
Yep, satisfied and happy.
Yeah, I like it, man.
I'm good.
About. But that rain, she's coming.
Good morning. Waking up here in Gooseneck State Park, southern Utah. All things considered, last night was really nice. Weather was good. Probably dropped down to about the 50s last night. But right now we're just packing up the campsite here, loading up all the bikes.
We got a couple other fellow ADV riders here as well.
Might grab a bar or two for breakfast and make our way into Monument Valley. So this has been a pretty good Burr Trail camping experience so far. All right, so we're just packing up. Mickey's buckling everything down, got the tent all packed up, all the food and gear all packed up. I think this is Mickey's very first long, proper ride on the Pan America.
Yeah, man, I've been lucky enough to test ride a few. I think I rode yours for lunch. I borrowed Andrew's one time when I was getting work done on my other bike. And I kind of fell in love with the bike. I've been talking about buying this for a long time. But now after this, this is where it's at. Being able to ride a bike for a couple days and putting some serious miles on it really makes a difference. Because I even tell this to our customers when they're trying to decide between bikes. It's hey, go rent a bike and ride it where you want to ride it. Go take it through your local canyons. I'm glad I took my own advice, and EagleRider is definitely the way to go. We went in there, it was super easy. Just picked up the bike and it had the panniers on it, so all I had to do was just strap a top bag on it and throw my tent on, and I was good to go.
Right on, dude. Yeah, it's been there's a lot that can go wrong on a trip like this, but everything went really smoothly for us. You know what I heard too? EagleRider's doing guided tours to Alaska, so maybe that'll be the next one.
Yeah, we should get in on that for sure.
Yeah.
I'm down to do that.
Yeah, Burr Trail to Alaska. Yeah, that's a good little transition right there. All right, headed out. We're gonna go into Mexican Hat, get some gas. Then we're gonna go to Monument Valley, take in the scenes, maybe get a couple shots. Yeah, we got about 650 miles today back to Los Angeles area. So it's gonna be probably a 14-hour day on the road. So, long day. Here at the famous Monument Valley.
Think I'll go home now.
This is the Forrest Gump hill right here. So we're gonna take some shots, get some drone footage. I think this is the first time I've ever been here. It's a really cool backdrop, that's for sure. Probably one of the best in the USA.
Stopped here with Monument Valley in the background there. We're gonna try to get closer. Pretty beautiful.
Monument Valley is one of those areas that lives up to its name. The red rock buttes and plateaus in the horizon basically act as their own individual monuments. And the thing that's nice is these beautiful horizons aren't just limited to the Monument Valley area. The 163 all the way south down to the 160 pretty much carries on this same red rock butte theme throughout the entire ride down. This is just a beautiful road, plain and simple. I know a lot of guys that specifically went out of their way to take this route when they were traveling to Sturgis from California. And right around this area, you travel from southern Utah into northern Arizona. From here, we took the 160 to the 89 south and hit Flagstaff and traveled on the 40 west back to California. So the first part of the Monday ride home was exactly why we took this ride in the first place. The picturesque southern Utah and northern Arizona scenery is stuff that just never gets old on the back of a motorcycle. But about the time we hit Flagstaff, reality set in and the grind of the 600 miles started to take effect. I will say that after logging 3,600 miles on my trip this year to Sturgis, it was nice mixing it up a little bit with a little bit of off-road. You can go to a lot of cool remote places on-road with Harley-Davidson motorcycles, but you further weed out the casual travelers by going to places that are unpaved. And the Burr Trail experience was just that. Riding where very few travelers are, living off your bike and camping in a place as beautiful as Gooseneck State Park. These different elements that you can introduce into a ride with an adventure touring bike. At this point, I'm pretty much sold on the idea of having a traditional Grand American touring Harley-Davidson and also an adventure touring bike. Maybe it's just the extra layer of challenge that's introduced when you take things off-road. Maybe it's the idea of taking the road less traveled. Maybe it's roughing it just for a night, sleeping on the ground next to the campfire. Whatever it may be, there's only one thing I know for sure. It's best experienced on two wheels.